Hey everyone, welcome back to another birthday related video. Um, so yeah, I do have some, I guess this will be the part 2 or 3 or whatever the heck whatever number it is. One of the birthday haul parts or whatever it's called. I'm just gonna show this briefly because I already showed you it in a video and I am gonna do a review on it, trust me. But this is He-Man and She-Ra, a complete guide to the classic animated adventures. Of course, this is based on the classic 80s cartoons. I'm not going to really talk too much about this because I already showed it when I unboxed it. Now, you may notice that I don't know if you'll notice, but I actually got a new copy because there was actually damage on the top of the spine, which I couldn't handle because this is a brand new book. It's a little pricey, so you don't want the damage, right? So all my other books are not damaged. Well, one of them kind of is, but we'll talk about that another time. So it's like a big coffee table book. It shows all the seasons of He-Man, all the seasons of She-Ra, the secrets, every single episode. It's got a secret, it's got lots of secrets, such as like, I don't know, storyboards. You get to see Orko without his mask, you get to see Castle Grayskull for the first time, like, the whole thing of it. And you get to know the process of how they designed these characters and the show and the episodes and everything. I'm not going to go really too into it here because I've already done that. But I do want to review this very soon, so expect some kind of review coming soon. But anyway, onto the actual thing. That technically counts as a birthday gift, because it came kind of just in time for that. But anyway, let's actually move on to the actual things. Okay, so I went to Barnes & Noble. I spent my card and a little bit of my cash. The thing I really wanted was an Indiana Jones magazine. Now, they had two versions of it. They had a Ultimate Guide. So that was like everything to do with Indy in one magazine. I was pretty tempted to get that. I was pretty dead set on that. However, I did see this, which was Life magazine. They published an exclusive 40th anniversary Raiders of the Lost Ark celebration magazine. And then that changed it for me. I'm like, well, I'm getting that instead. And it was actually recommended above the other one, the Ultimate Guide. So this came out in 2021. It's basically, it celebrates the first movie, which is Raiders. And it celebrates the other movies as well. And it also talks about how Indiana Jones is making a comeback next year, I think. Next year or the year after that. Because Harrison Ford is donning the hat one last time. Because, of course, he is an older man. He can't be Indy forever. I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to live forever. Let's just be honest here. But this is celebrating Raiders at 40 years. So this first came out in 1981? 1982? 1981. I'm pretty dang sure. It's an 80s movie. And it is incredible. Raiders of the Lost Ark is my second favorite movie ever made. And if you're wondering what the first one is, you'll see that in a minute. I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek as to this. I do plan to review this magazine, don't worry. I do have other magazines I want to touch on as well. But those will eventually get their own reviews. So this first big chapter is all about Raiders. The first part is about him being a timeless hero. And then this part, chapter 2, it kind of highlights the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, the Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, along with some of the actors. Unfortunately, Alison Doody is not in here. She played Elsa Schneider, she's from Last Crusade. And it's kind of lame that she wasn't really featured, but I can overlook it, I guess. But that's the first thing I got. Unfortunately, these magazines are a little pricey at $15 a pop. I don't know, maybe it's like the licensing fees for the different properties, because Indiana Jones is, of course, very popular. So that's great. And the back of this is awesome, with some shots from the films. So that's nice. Very, very nice. I love this so much. I highly recommend this. I can't recommend it enough, especially if you're a magazine reader, or if you're just a fan of Indy in general, or just Raiders in general. Then you need to get it. It's a must-have. The next thing I got is another magazine, actually. I wasn't expecting to get another one. I was just going to get the one, but I saw this, and I could not refuse it. This is The Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Special Edition. And this is basically the entire movie all in one book. So it's got 148 pages, as it says right there. And this cover is based on the poster for the film back in the 1980. That's when it came out. And I forgot to mention, the front of this Indy magazine is the scene from the beginning when he's hunting down the lost idol. You know, the famous scene with the sandbag? You know that one? Yeah, you do. So this is amazing. I'm only a little bit through this, but I've learned so much already. Here's a little bit of sneak peek. We've got, you know, the story so far, A New Hope recap in case you forgot. The Empire Strikes Back, the story, how it got made. We got the music, the planets, the characters, even got a special article on Boba Fett, which is incredible. When I saw that, I'm like, well, I'm buying this. And, of course, the famous scenes, I'm not going to spoil it, but, you know, if you know, you know. And, yeah, it's amazing. Unfortunately, the back of this isn't amazing. There's nothing too special. It's just an advertisement for the Skywalker Saga magazine, which I was tempted to get that, but it was a little pricey at $30. It wasn't really essential to me. I mean, I already know the Skywalker Saga. So that was for me, but yeah, it's cool that that's on there, I guess. So I love The Empire Strikes Back. This is my favorite movie ever. This is my favorite movie of all the time. So the original Star Wars used to be my favorite, but the more times I watched Empire, the more times that I kind of wanted to watch that one more. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen The Empire Strikes Back. Probably 30 times. Same with Raiders of the Lost Ark. 30 times. Just because they're just so fun. They're iconic. They're classic. They're just pure fun and energy. Well, Raiders is more of the fun. I guess Empire is definitely dark. It's the darkest Star Wars movie. And it's many people's favorite. I can see why. It is my favorite as well. We've all got our opinions. Again, I highly recommend this. I think I recommend this a little bit more than the Raiders one. I mean, you get these rare photos. Like, for example, there's, in the Boba Fett section, there are pictures of the Slave One, which we have never seen. And there's also pictures of Boba Fett, which we have never seen. Also, there's pictures of the Emperor, there's Lando, there's, you know, Han. It's just fantastic. There's pictures of the Falcon, which we haven't seen. It's like concept art. It's just amazing. This is one of many, like, stuff made to commemorate 40 years of Empire. And it's just one of the greatest these two movies are some of the greatest movies I've ever seen, ever. So, like, oh, they're just so perfect, in my opinion. And they both came out in the same year, I think. No, pretty dang close. Because Indiana Jones was 81, 82. It was somewhere around there. And Empire was in 1980. So they're both 80s movies. So that's cool. I love the Indiana Jones franchise. I'm going to cover it very soon. Same with Star Wars. I haven't done a very good job of covering movies so far. I apologize. I just have a lot of stuff to run on this channel, again. But expect reviews on these two magazines. I expected to only get the Indiana Jones one, but then I saw the Empire one. I'm like, well, I'm getting that. There's no question. Again, it's a little pricey. 15 bucks. Yeah. I would think they would be like $8, maybe $7 or $6. I don't think they're quite worth $15. Well, we'll see. I'll see at the end, and when I read everything, we'll see if it's worth it or not. But yeah, we'll touch on those in the magazine reviews. I'm a big magazine guy. I'm a big reader in general. Like, my bookshelf, it's full of Lego, but it's also full of books, which I haven't even read. Half of the books on there I haven't even read yet. So that's kind of dumb, but okay. So that's really it for this video. I don't really have too much else to say. I highly recommend these, especially if you're a big fan of either Indy or, you know, Star Wars, or specifically Empire. So yeah, I will cover these in their own videos. But until then, hope you like this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You can share all your thoughts, positive or negative, doesn't matter. And yeah, I'll see you for another video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next time. Take care.